Hello folks, it's Aaron here, and today we're going to be doing another figure review on another of the Dragon Ball Evolved figures series. This one right here is a new set that I was actually able to, or this new figure of the Dragon Ball figures that I was able to acquire at Target this time around. And this right here is going to be the legendary Super Saiyan himself, Son Goku, during the events of the Namek Saga. When Goku first transforms into Super Saiyan, I'm pretty sure we all know where we were when Goku first transformed. I know where I was. I was a kid watching Toonami when I saw Goku transform for the first time, and that was so iconic. One of my favorite moments as a kid. Oh, the way years back. Damn, I'm old. What's it called? One of my favorite transformations, and also this is actually a variation of Son Goku and Super Saiyan 1 that I don't have, actually, was the whole Namek Battle Damage one, which I'm actually upset about, and I'm still a little bit bitter about the pop-up series, or the pop-up Dragon Ball event that happened, like, last month on Schaumburg here. I wasn't able to go, which I was sad about because I didn't have a ride because the car was broken down and didn't have the money, so I was like double sad. But yeah, on this, what's it called, going from my sadness for not able to get that special edition manga version Super Saiyan Goku. Besides that, this figure series is part of another 3-figure set for the Dragon Ball Evolved figures. Besides Super Saiyan Goku, we also have Super Saiyan Blue Vegito, which I'm pretty sure I have a version of Vegito from the Dragon Star series, which I haven't done the unboxing review for that one yet. And we also have Beerus as well. If you don't have a Beerus, I'm pretty sure Dragon Stars also has one, and SH Figures has another one. But those are expensive trying to find those, or even trying to find the Dragon Stars versions. But yeah, I'm actually really happy I actually found this today at Target. So yeah, without further ado, folks, let's dive right in with the unboxing of the figure. So starting off this, and if I remember correctly, when it comes to Dragon Stars series figures, or at least for me personally, I like to keep the background stuff. So what I'm going to do, special-wise, is I'm going to cut around the whole entire figure and just let it pop off the plastic. That way I don't have to break off the plastic for the thing, because I actually kind of want to keep this, because this actually is a little bit much more nicer background than some of the other Dragon Ball figures that I have. And I have a very strong knife, so I'm just going to go do this way. Do not try this at home. What you're going to do is just break it off. I can do this because I have a strong knife that can cut through plastic very easily. And it does not damage the plastic that's under this. So I'm just breaking this down. I know it's like, it's cheap. You can just buy it. Like, this is like around, it is under around 10 bucks. It's not that much expensive, but I like actually the background of this plate right here, and I kind of want to keep it. So I'm doing everything in my power to keep it. So just don't do this. Just don't do what I'm doing right now. And there's some missing pieces. Ooh, wow, let's actually hold off a little bit more. Granted, I could have just ripped the whole entire thing off, but I'm not going to do that. Oh. Man, this actually, I was almost done with this. There we go for that. And then a little bit more. Wow, the fact that it's actually keeping on here. There we go. Okay, one last little piece right there. There we go. And now we have Goku out of the box. Well, still in a little plastic right here, but we can actually take him out of here. Take off here, and boom. Now it comes with a dual plastic right there. You can see right there. And taking off that little plastic, and now we have Goku in all of his glory right here, which overall, actually, I am really liking how this looks, despite the fact that Dragon Ball figures are usually cheap figures, around 10 bucks or so, plus whatever taxes you gotta pay depending on the situation. The figures are overall pretty nice. It really depends on the figure sometimes. Like, I'm still irked about Super Saiyan 3 version of Dragon Ball figures, just because the head and the weight of the hair kind of makes the head pop off, and I'm still trying to fix that issue right there for that. But overall, most of the Dragon Ball Evolved figures I've gotten have been pretty good, decent for the price that they are. Which, I'm not gonna lie, you can see right here, this Goku right here, not bad at all. The hair color is actually pretty nice, as I do say so myself. It's kind of like that golden sheen reflective hair, which is actually not bad at all. Actually looks pretty great. And it works very well for how Goku is during his first transformation of Super Saiyan. Which, like I said before, I really do like the background for this as well. You can see right here, this is a phenomenal background for this. But yeah, the figure looks pretty nice. The sculpting on the head is the basic sculpting you usually see right here. Let's see if the camera decides to focus on this. And once again, the camera decides to be not very helpful. Come on, camera, stop being like this. There we go. There we go. Now we can see. See, the camera tries to be a little bit more focused. I do apologize for the camera. It refuses sometimes to focus right there. There we go. I think we can see. There we go. The eyes actually look pretty nice. Like, not bad at all. I do apologize for the camera losing focus. It does this every time. The painting of the eyes are actually not that bad. It really depends on the figure. Sometimes it's a yes. Sometimes I didn't know with the straight shot with some of these Dragon Ball Evolved figures, but overall it's actually looking pretty nice. The sculpting of the body's really nice. It's bulky as it should be for the first transformation Super Saiyan, especially for old Dragon Ball when bulky was the norm back then. Overall, the pants are a little bit more yellow than I want it to be, but I think it's fine. What's it called? I think kind of reflects how the show should be. Like the pants right here, kind of like more yellow than it should be. Usually it should be like a little bit more orange, more red, depending on how you tend to see. But overall, it's not that bad. Kind of, it looks how it should be right there. Overall, pretty great. The battle damage on the clothing on there looks pretty nice. With the boots, everything else. The sculpting and the painting's not bad at all. For a relatively cheap figures, overall pretty nice, if I do say so myself. And since it's the Dragon Ball figures, there's really no other accessories besides the figure itself. And for $10, you get what you get. And overall, it's actually pretty good. It's actually a little bit much more better with some of the other Dragon Ball figures. Let's go with some articulation. The head, it's on a ball joint, like a lot of these. Bobble weave swivel, as much as you're going to get out of it, which is still relatively nice for a really cheap figure. The arms are in these little ball joints right there. You can see right there. So basically able to bend and move around, which is actually not bad. Spin around, bend all the way there. The arms are also on there. These also kind of ab joints too, which you can spin around kind of like that. Single joint on the arms, so that's as far as the arms are able to move. And then the arms are on like kind of these swivel ball joints, so they're able to move a little bit like this. And that's pretty much it for the joints. Then we have the torso right here, which is actually kind of like a double split torso, so you actually can bend and weave and move around. So it do its ab crunch, which actually is pretty nice, which you don't see a lot, especially with cheap figures. When they make these cheap figures, they just make them cheap just so like mass produce them out. But overall, it's actually pretty nice, which is overall pretty good. The legs can actually move up here because the legs are kind of like these ball joint, stick joint style. So they're able to do these splits right here, which is actually pretty nice. Legs able to kick up all the way here. Legs able to kick up all the way there. All the way to the side. It's kind of like design-wise, it's kind of how it is sometimes. So it's not able to go all the way back, but it's actually not bad at all. What's it called? Legs able to bend all the way there, which is actually really surprising. I wasn't expecting to go all the way there. That's actually pretty nice despite that. What's it called? The boots are kind of like these ball joints, swivel joints too, so spin around, no problem at all. Bob and weave. And yeah, articulation is actually pretty nice. Especially for being a very simple, cheap figure. Not bad at the articulation. The belt's able to move too. The belt actually, because I did move the belt, it's actually showing where the joint for the ab joint is, for the ball joint right there, showing right there. I don't know if you see it right there. But it's showing for the ab joint right there too. I don't know if that's how it's supposed to be or anything else. I'm assuming the way they designed the belt right there, that way it can hide that ab joint, which is not terrible. But I can see it right here. But like I said before, cheap figure, so you're going to expect what you expect. But overall, pretty nice figure, but I do say so myself. It's actually got a really nice range of motion for what it is. You can see right there with the ab joints on the shoulders right here. Kind of similarly mimicking, what's it called? Some of the SH figure arts when it comes to like their joints and stuff. So it's actually not that bad and terrible. I actually do kind of like it. And yeah. What I actually am planning on doing with this figure is customizing a little bit more, giving it a little bit more battle damage, which I might do a little bit later on in the future. I might do a video on this while I'm doing this, or stream for it, doing customization work for this, trying to make it a little bit more like battle damage, like scars, blood, dirt, etc. Overall, nice little, really good figure. So, kind of doing some size comparisons, do some of the other Dragon Ball figures I do have, and are these the ones I have open right now, because I still have a whole bunch of other Dragon Ball figures that I have not done any unboxings yet. But let's starting off with, let's go with regular base Goku right here. This is the regular Goku you see right here. Basically full powered. You can also see the difference between what I mean by the gi being different colors. This one right here is kind of like more yellow versus this more fully red gi right here. And also to compare to another battle damage and basically battle yeah, battle damage clothing. Goku right here. We have the Ultra Instinct Science Goku right here. You can see the difference between the bulkiness. Actually, if anything else, it kind of looks basically almost similar, if I do say so myself. Ooh. So I will say once again with the color of the gi for his clothing right here, where the full base Goku right here is more kind of like a reddish orange. This one's right here more kind of like a yellowish orange, if I do say so myself. And this one right here is more orange. You can see like the difference right here. And then also while we're doing this, and you probably already saw it was flashback, you also have my Super Saiyan 3 Goku. I should move these guys a little bit to the side right here. I'm trying to make sure they don't fall. And you basically have this whole differences between all of them right here. I will say this, like I mentioned before with Super Saiyan 3, his head still pops off. I am still working on fixing that. That's one of the things I will say if you do buy the Super Saiyan 3 Dragon Ball Wolf figure, Goku, just be aware his head, the whole bulkiness of the head is way more than the head joint can hold, and it will pop off. I'm still working on fixing mine. I originally was going to super glue it, but that also means the head can no longer move. So I decided I kind of want to do that, so I'm actually going to do a little joint adjustment and basically just modify the peg in there. That way the head will be on there without it falling off, which is something I'm probably going to do. But like you see right here, all the Gokus that I have for the Dragon Ball Wolf figure at the moment, I do have Super Saiyan Blue and Ultra Instincts Dragon Ball Wolf figure versions. I will do reviews on those another time. But you can see the difference right here. All these Gokus a little bit being different. But overall, around the same size. But I do like the whole differences between all of them and the bulkiness of that. So, and besides that, we do have technically a couple more Dragon Ball Wolf figures as well. Besides the Gokus, well, you probably consider technically one. Because you also do have Vegeta right here, which is funny. We're talking about this, but what's it called? Namek Saga era with Vegeta with his armor. And we have Future Trunks during the Goku Black Saga. And then we have Vegito. No, goddammit, not Vegito. Gogeta. My brain was still stuck on Vegeta for some reason. As more of my Dragon Ball figures that I have at the moment. And overall, pretty great right here. A good number collection. Like I said before, Dragon Ball figures, the Dragon Ball Evolved figures are a really, really good set if you want to build up your Dragon Ball collection real fast and you don't want to spend money. I do recommend the Dragon Ball Evolved figures. The only thing I will say, as like I mentioned before, they're kind of really cheap. So you're going to get what you get for the figures. They're around $10 plus whatever taxes you pay either at the store or if you buy them online. Depends on the shipping, handling, and where you tend to get them. Sometimes I get them on Amazon because they're usually cheap on there. And sometimes I usually go to Walmart or Target. And I usually find it on there for the dirt cheap price. But overall, still pretty great figure. I do recommend it if you do see this on either the Super Saiyan Goku you see right here on me or any of the other Dragon Ball figures. The only one I do recommend to be hesitant on, unless you plan to fully super glue it or repair it fully, like what I'm going to do, is the Super Saiyan 3 Goku. As I will say this, like I said before, the head will pop off, like no problem at all. Like you can stick the head on there, but the joint on there is not really good for what it's meant to be, and because the head is super bulky, so it will pop off. So just letting you know, if you tend to buy Dragon Ball Wolf Super Saiyan 3 Goku, just know the head will pop off, and it's either you're going to super glue it or you're going to work on the joint, which I'm going to work on the joint. But overall, I do enjoy Namek Saga Super Saiyan Goku. I really do like it. Really do love the design. It's one of my favorites. I might try to get me a second version of this one because another thing too I do love with Dragon Ball Wolf figures, I'd like to customize them to make my own custom characters. And I might do the same thing here with this Goku as well. Overall, yeah. And with that, folks, out of the way, that is it for the review for the Dragon Ball Wolf Super Saiyan Goku right here. Basically the one from Namek Saga or the one that probably fought against Cooler. It's either anyone or Broly, depends on which version it is, because they technically use the same design wise. Overall, still really nice figure for the cheap price of $10. Not bad at all. Plus whatever taxes or shipping and handling depending on the situation. Overall, still a nice, pretty good figure. I do recommend getting it. It's still really nice. It's still pretty fun to play with. And yeah, I do recommend it. And plus, there's another part 3 super figure set. So if you end up finding this on the store shelves like Target or Walmart, or going online like Amazon and finding this plus a couple of the other ones, I do recommend them too. Just know you're paying for what you're paying for. They're still technically cheap figures, so some parts might pop off, but they're technically kind of universal, so you can technically customize them if you want, which is what I've been doing with some of mine. But yeah, overall, good figure. I do recommend it. And yeah, and if you like the video, folks, please consider dropping a like, share, subscribe. As always, appreciate it, folks. And as always, have a nice day. This is I, Parn, saying out. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care, folks.